It's the Flow Friday Night Sports Show, and it's time now for us to have a look at what's going on in North Central Netball. No games coming up this weekend, of course, but Susan Lockhart joins us as per normal to go through what happened last week. Susan, welcome. How are you?
Yeah, going well. Thank you, Jason. Good to be back here again. How are you going?
Going well, thank you. And yes, you'll be able to put the feet up this weekend after what's been a pretty intense few weeks since returning from the lockdown. But obviously school holidays, so everyone putting their feet up this week, is that right?
Yeah, hopefully they can have a little bit of a rest or get away with their family somewhere, maybe a game of golf, who knows?
Exactly right. But last week there were plenty of important matches played. So let's have a look back to the A-grade results from last week. And we might start with Bort, who hosted Donald, and in a really important match for them, for both clubs, in fact. It was Bort in the end getting over the line, 50-43 in a really good game.
Yeah, really close game, 50-43. That's really 7 goals is nothing. Anything under 10 goals could go either way, really. It's nothing. It's only 5 centre passes that you have to win back. So Donald have put up a tremendous fight here, but obviously Bort just that little bit too strong and holding on to their second position quite nicely.
Yes, indeed. A really important win for them. It was also a pretty important win, this one, for Birchip Watcham over Sea Lake Nandaley, and they did it in less than what Bort were able to do it in. Just 6 goals in it between these two sides. A big win for the Purple Army.
Oh, yeah, Birchip needed this one to secure their top 4 position, and they've done it. Good on them. They'll be super happy about that. That gives them a bit of a 6-point buffer now between them and Sea Lake, and then 8 points for them and Donald, which they'll be the two chasing to get into the top 4. But great game. It would have been a good game. 6 goals, and I'm sort of surprised. I did pick Birchip to win, but Sea Lake, they've got a really good team. So they're another one that could be in the top 4 and could have pushed the top 2 teams if they were able to get in there. So it's pretty tight, the whole top 6 teams anyway, I think.
Oh, I think you're right. And demonstrated by our next result, I guess. Now, it might look on paper 23 goals is a fair margin, but you're talking about Wedderburn, the top side here, and Charlton, who certainly aren't the top side at the moment. So it goes to show that, it's a pretty tight comp. This was the biggest blowout of the weekend, and still Charlton were able to put 43 goals on the board. Yeah, no, really high-scoring game and close till half-time.
It was pretty... Charlton were out there. They had their team set up in a better setup for playing Wedderburn anyway than what they did the first round, and they were able to stick with them till half time. But then the last quarter was a total blowout, and Wedderburn just ran away with it. They were just super strong, super fit, and looked really fit. So they'll be hard to beat if they stick with that.
Exactly right. Now, Charlton obviously third on the ladder and one of the contenders, but still, whilst it might look like a bit of a blowout, it's not really. 23 goals is pretty easy to pull back, particularly as you say, they were right in the game to three-quarter time.
Yeah, true that. And when you've got a tall goal shooter at one end, it really does give you that. If they get that edge and the confidence at the start of the day, it can make a big difference to getting you set up to a good game. So that's what happened at the start of the game.
And to finish off with, the feel-good story for the weekend was Witcherproof Narraport getting their first win of the season and climbing off the bottom of the ladder as well. They relegated that position to St Arnaud 52-35. So they would have celebrated, I imagine, duly.
Oh, I'm sure they did. They like celebration, the Witchy crew. They're a good crew. But another really good game and high scoring for the two bottom teams to shoot 87 goals in a game. It goes to show there is the talent there. They've got the skills, and it must have been a great game. Very high scoring, but good to see Witcherproof get that win and get off that 0 points at the bottom of the ladder.
Yes, that is very, very true. And look, if we have a quick look at the ladder, given that we've got no games to preview this week, obviously Wedderburn undefeated, still on top, 8-0. Bort 7-1. Charlton now 5-3. So a bit of a dent to their double chance hopes. Birchip Watcham rounding out the top 4 there, 4 wins, 3 losses, and a draw. And Sea Lake Nan Daly now a game and a half out of the top 4, back on 12 premiership points. So they've got some work to do when we resume from the break, haven't they?
Well, they have, and we've got only 6 rounds now to get that chance to get back in there or get the top 2 positions for the Birchip, Watcham and Charlton teams. They've only got 6 rounds, and it might not be enough to really alter the ladder that much, I'm thinking.
That's true. The remainder of the ladder is Donald on 10 points, so they're 2, 5 and a draw. And Witcherproof Narraport, how about this? That's their first win of the season, along with St Arnaud have had one win as well. But their percentage, Witcherproof Narraport, is 71.69. Now, for a team that's only won 1 of 8 games, that's an extraordinarily good percentage.
Yeah, I have spoken about Witcherproof in their high-scoring games. They're shooting the goals, just not getting the wins. And they've had some not so massive losses. Like, they've been quite decent scores and decent losses. So it does go to show their percentage proves that, doesn't it?
It does. It definitely does. So that's where we'll leave it this week. What's on the cards for you this weekend, Susan, hitting the links?
Oh, I probably will go and have a game of golf tomorrow. So that would be on the cards. And I've got a bit of a party. So, yeah, we'll do something. Fill our weekend in. I would have loved to get away, but that's not happening.
No, not at the moment. But, well, all the best. Enjoy that. Good luck on the golf course, and we'll catch up with you again next week.
All right. Good on you, Jason. Good to chat. See you later.